What up, guys? The Bench Buddies are back with our Week 7 predictions. And as always, I got my guy Ethan joining me this week to break down this week's biggest games. But before we got to go into this week, we got to talk about last week. Still an okay week for both of us. The only difference was I took the Chiefs and you took the Lions. But other than that, what was kind of the big takeaway here from week 6?
I mean, there was quite a few takeaways. I'll start with the Philadelphia getting bullied in New York. So that was a big week, starts of the week. Um, and then Atlanta upsetting Buffalo. I'd say that was a big one too. But yeah, picks are not so good right now, but we got another week to we'll get it going this week
Yeah. Yeah. And same for the
for sure.
locks. We're just kind of right there in the middle with everything. It's just the middle of the season, kind of. So
Mhm.
we're just kind of coasting through till we get hot. And we're going to get hot this week.
This
I'm
week.
going the under in the Patriots Titans. It's supposed to rain. And, the Patriots like to run the ball. Titans like to run the ball and they can't score. So I like the under. Carolina and the Jets, I like the over. I think both those teams are just going to go at it because the Jets defense is awful. I think Carolina can put up 30 themselves and the Jets can probably score 13. Cleveland, I think they cover against Miami. Miami's been very bad. And Cleveland, the young turnover is finally happening, which happens in like 20 years because they're finally just all investing in all the young guys for once. Dallas and Washington, doesn't matter how many points, I'm taking the over. So I like the 53 and a half. Tampa getting 5.5 on the road at Detroit. Detroit's secondary is very thin, and Baker's been cooking this whole year. So I really like the 5.5 there. Then Seattle -3 at home against Houston. Seattle finds ways to win games and not only just win close ones, but to win big as well. And Houston has struggled all year this year. So I like Seattle here to cover.
Yeah, you got a nice 3-3 mix. As you can see, I have all anytime touchdowns. I got Jordan Mason and Saquon in the Vikings Eagles game. I got Ashton Genty, Rome Odunze, and J.K. Dobbins, and then obviously Bijan. He was like -160. So soon that'll probably be like -200. So I gotta take it.
Yeah, and then the teams on the bye are, two preseason AFC Championship contenders. And right now, honestly, I don't even think they're in the top three in the AFC to be those contenders. So they got the bye at the right time to get healthy, hopefully get back on track here.
Yeah, it's a great time, especially well, I guess for both of them. The Bills have been sputtering as of late, and then Baltimore getting Lamar back and healthy would be huge. Obviously, I don't want that to happen. Well, I mean, I want him to be healthy, but I don't want the Ravens to come back and win this division, which is probably going to happen if Lamar comes back. So, but it's a good week to have a bye for if you're both of these teams.
Yeah, and then obviously we're making this after the Thursday game. So we both took the Steelers in this one. Great drive by Rodgers, great throw. But unfortunately, Rodgers got Rodgers and left too much time on the clock for the other Joe Cool there and Joe Flacco. And we'll move to the Sunday slate. And here, we're all taking the same on this slide. If you were to change a pick, what would be, I guess, your pick on this one? I mean, obviously, we're not gonna, but I think which one
Mm-hmm.
would you could see losing?
Well, it's a great question. I think to go against your pick, I think Miami. They've been playing a little bit better. They've been playing closer games. I know they're on the road, so this could backfire. But other than that, I'm sorry, not your Titans.
Nope,
Maybe the
they suck.
Chiefs. Chiefs might, because they always play the Raiders really well. So those are
Yeah.
my thoughts. But
Yeah, and I'm going the other way. I think it could be the Saints. I really do. I think that offense somehow, some way is going to put up 20 on this Bears defense, and
mhm.
the Bears are just going to have to score in this one to put it away, and I think they do. It's kind of why
Yeah,
I'm leaning that way because the offense has started to look like it's going to be very good here as we enter the halfway point. Another games we're not really too big on this week. Panthers, Jets. That's the only difference one here. I'm going with the Panthers here on the road. Both of us taking the Broncos at home over the gritty Giants. And
yeah.
I'm taking my pack on the road against Arizona because, Kyler's not playing in this one, which honestly looks better for the Cardinals at this point. But I'm just still concerned that they don't have a run game against this Packers defense.
Yeah.
So Micah Parsons and that defense is going to be coming at Jacoby Brissett all game long.
Yeah, I could see if Arizona can stop somebody, this could be a big game for Green Bay's offense to to get rolling. And I got to go with the Jets here to get their first win. I think it's got to happen sometime, and I think it's got to be this week. They're playing the Panthers. They just got to 500. I got to give it to the Jets here.
Yeah, I think this is like the first time the Panthers have been 500 in like 15 years, I think it is. At this point in the season. It was whenever it
Cam
feels like
Newton,
it's been like
right?
since the Cam Newton year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we'll talk about the new Sunday slate here, the big games. Rams Jaguars overseas in London. London Jaguars pretty much because this team plays overseas at least once or twice a year. And I'm going with them at home. I feel like they're gonna have the home crowd in this one because LA's all the way across the country. And I get Jacksonville, obviously it's pretty far too, but they're more known over there in London. And it could be a little bit of a factor there, more people cheering for the Jaguars. But I also think the Jaguars are a little healthier than the Rams. Not having Puka is kind of a deciding factor for me. The Rams still have some good options out wide, but I just
Hmm.
think this Jaguars team is just on a mission here to compete for that AFC South title.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a great game. I got to take the more experienced coach and quarterback. It's going to be, you got some great points here, but I do think the Rams are going to look buttoned up Sunday as well as they can on Sunday morning. Uh, so I'm going to take the Rams here, and Vegas is agreeing with me too. So,
Yeah, moving to a big 1 o'clock game. If the Eagles lose this one, I think there's going to be some panic there in Philly. Going 4-3, obviously after last week's loss at home to the Giants. Then you go on the road and lose to the Vikings with their backup quarterback and Carson Wentz revenge game here for the Vikings. So I do like the Vikings in this one, but I just think there's more on the line for Philly. So I'm taking Philly here on the road, and I think if there's any game to really get Saquon going, it's got to be this one. Because if it's not, then I'm pretty much almost out on Saquon for the rest of the year. I mean, he's good, but I don't think he's going to come anywhere close to what we've seen last year in Philly.
hmm yeah, I'm taking the Vikings as a big upset here. Not as big as I guess I would think. 2.5 points. I would think it'd be a little bit more, but I guess they're at home. But the Eagles are like they have very high ups, very high ups and very low lows. So last year then they go like 11-0, and then they lost like four straight or something like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but I think the Vikings can run the ball and chew some clock, and that's how they're going to beat them.
Yeah, then moving to the 4 o'clock slate, we got Colts and Chargers. And as much as I want to take the Chargers here, I'm just going with the Colts because honestly, they've been the more consistent team this year, which is very surprising. The Colts 1-2 in their last 3 games, where obviously the Colts find ways to win games. It doesn't matter how they do it. Jonathan Taylor carry game or Daniel Jones goes off game. But can we please give this defense some love? This defense is playing great right now. I know the story has been Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor, but this defense has just been causing problems for team after team after team. And when Herbert faces a good defense, I don't want to say he looks lost, but he definitely struggles. And not having a run game at all. I know Vidal had a good week last week, but a consistent run game causes concern for me here. So that's why I like the Colts here on the road.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers here at home. I think Herbert will be just put his team on his back this week and will carry him to a win. Daniel Jones has looked a little bit suspect the last couple weeks, so he's been throwing too many interceptions. So that's why I'm taking the Chargers here at home.
Yeah, then at 425, that game that I'm telling you is going to be a high scoring affair. I wouldn't be surprised if this one ends up in the 30s for both of these teams. I'm going with the Cowboys. Technically, I guess they're the favored team. It doesn't really matter in this one, in my eyes. If you like Commanders, go bet them because this is probably one of the most even matchups we have in the NFC East. And I'm saying this because I'm taking the Cowboys because if the Cowboys win this game, and let's say I'm wrong and Vikings do beat Philly. I mean, anybody can win this division at this point. It's the crazy NFC East race. Same goes for
Mhm.
the AFC North with the Bengals winning on Thursday. Um, I like chaos when it's not in the Packers division. So give me those Cowboys here to really stir things up.
Yeah, that'd be very interesting. I'm taking the Commanders though. I think it's going to be kind of like that last year when they played that very one of the best games. I mean, high scoring affair. I think Jaden Daniels is gonna It's going to be one of his breakout game for the year, and I think I think Washington. I mean, the Cowboys can't stop anybody. Commanders have a little bit better of a defense, so
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
this point, I think you can say the same about the Niners here having the better defense because the Falcons have been a little suspect on what they've prided themselves this year on defense. But these last few weeks, they've looked very good, getting a few wins, getting to over 500. And I'm just stuck on the Kyle Shanahan way in this one. Now, don't get me wrong, if the Falcons go in there and win that game, I might be all in on the Falcons possibly making an NFC Championship run. They could be that Commanders like last year. You know, there's a team every year that somehow, some way surprises their way to a AFC or NFC Championship game, and more often than not, it's been NFC because it's really just a crapshoot to see who gets there. But give the Niners credit. Kittle's back this week. They're still missing Ricky Pearsall, which is a big loss for them. Brandon Ayuk still no timetable. So this receiving core is still depleted, but getting Kittle back is huge because I think Tonjes will still be used, obviously, because he had some great games as well. And I think this is going to be the Christian McCaffrey versus Bijan game. Whoever can do more is going to win. And I'm going
Mhm.
with Christian McCaffrey here to outduel Bijan.
Wow, that's a crazy take. It's a very exciting game on Sunday night. So, I mean, I'm taking Bijan and the Falcons. It's going to be really exciting to see both run games. And Brock Purdy is still out, I believe, correct? So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Kittle coming back, Mac Jones can find him all day. So, it's going to be, I mean, I don't know if I trust the Falcons, but I'm going to take them. Um, they're not very consistent, but we'll take them here on the road.
And then the first of two Monday night games, you got the Bucks on the road going to Detroit. Talked about it earlier. The Bucks, you know, their receiving core depleted. Ibuka did practice today, so we'll see if he is a go for Monday night, and that would be huge if he is. And if that's the case, then I'm definitely taking the Bucks. But as is, I'm still going to take him. They got Mike Evans back. They're without Godwin, which I'm okay with because I think they have a bye next week. So maybe just rest him to get him fully healthy. Um, but the big concern, like I said, it's Detroit's secondary. This team is very depleted at secondary for the second season in a row. And the way Baker has been playing gives me no reason to pick against him because he keeps proving me wrong and wrong week after week. And I might be all in here on the Bucks, and especially making a statement win in Detroit on Monday night. I think
Yeah.
not just the Lions are going to take notice, but I think the whole league will, and really be all in on the Bucks to really go to the NFC Championship, if not the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, and if that did happen, I mean Baker's already the lead in MVP, and he'll definitely will be after that.
Hmm.
Um, but I taken the Lions here. I slept on them. I slept on them too much throughout the preseason and the early seasons, and they proved me wrong. So I'm not gonna switch on them here. It's kind of been the same way with the Bucks, but taking the home team, the Lions always seem to play a little bit better at home. So I think this. I mean, this is gonna be a close game, but I'm gonna take the Lions by about a field goal.
Then the other Monday night game, the worst time you could ever do. I'm glad they're getting rid of these double Monday night games, at least for us East Coast and Midwest folk. Um,
Hmm.
Seattle -3. Like I said, I already took that, so obviously I'm going with the Seahawks here. I think the Seahawks got to figure out how to run the ball because Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet have been bottled up all year, but Sam Darnold's been bailing them out, and I think this could be a game where DeMeco Ryans' defense hasn't really shown out this year. They're very underwhelming. The whole team is. And I think this could be the game where they try to get the rock going on the ground, pound the rock, and really just beat up the Texans here. And if that's the case, I really like the Seahawks winning because that's, you know, what they're known for is running the ball. And if they can do that well in this one, they'll probably run away with it.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they get that run game going. I got K9 in the fantasy league. I'm not sure it's going to happen, but I think either way, Texans aren't going to be able to score as much as Seattle. I think as long as Seattle can, they can stop CJ Stroud a little bit, get some pressure going, and get JSN the ball. I think this will be a good night for Seattle.
And then my survivor pick is going to be the Chiefs. Ethan, who are we going with this week?
I think we are going with who can I not use? This is tough. Mm,
You could go with my Packers against the Cardinals.
I could do that.
Could go with the Chiefs against the Raiders, or you no, you can't use
No,
the
I'm not
Chiefs.
doing that. Uh,
You could go against the Patriots against the Titans.
yeah, I think I might. I think I'll do that. I'll use the Patriots this week.
Yeah. I don't blame you here. I mean,
Yeah, that's the
yeah,
right call.
yeah, Titans suck. So I already used them.
Absolutely.
So that's gonna be it. That's all we got this week. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below just because we'd appreciate it. I don't even care if you watch our
Weird.
videos. If you got this far in this one, that's awesome. Just hit the subscribe button. Don't watch another video. Just get our subs up. But till the next time, we're out.